This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hello everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Today I'm ranking some of the top space games of all time in my existence. Now I'm eliminating a couple of things. Anything that's fought on a Hulk or inside a spaceship. I'm talking about games that deal with outer space and things like that. Things where you have to deal with different planets and things like that. 4X type of games, but not limited to 4X. I want to include ship combat and things like that, particular games. And when I started making this list, I found that it's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Some of the games I really feel that deserve to be on this list, and I had to limit it to 10 because I think I could have kept on going for quite some time. I could have added in Imperium, which is an old SPI game, and there were a lot of different games that I saw that I said, oh man, I remember playing this and how great it is. And I really narrowed it down to things that were relevant and that stick today. And number 10, I put in TI4. Now you're wondering why that's so low. Because I think Twilight Imperium is limited to a certain group of people that are able to get together and do things together, and I don't feel that this is a game that anybody can just grab. A lot of us have it and it sits on the shelf. Why? I don't have enough people to play with it. If this had a solo component or an AI in some fashion, I think this would be a lot higher on the list. At number 9 is a game where I call basically Memoir 44 in space, or Command and Colors in space, and that's Red Alert. I really enjoy this. I enjoyed what they did with it. I like the simplicity of it. I like what it does. But I don't think it's strong enough to be higher on this list. Red Alert is a good game, and you could pick it up, and I'm looking up at it from PSC. They do a fantastic job. They made beautiful ships. The rules are simple. It's a lot of fun, and it is a game that you can get together with a bunch of friends and have some fun. Or if you're by yourself, there is a way to solo it yourself and really enjoy it. So I think it hits both spectrums of the game for you. At number 8 is Space Infantry, a great game by Lock and Load Publishing. What a fantastic job this does. You're going from planet to planet, and you are trying to eliminate all types of different species, all the different things that are going to cause you all kinds of different trouble. It's a fantastic, smooth playing game, and the expansions and some of the other things that they have, they actually did in a game where you are on different planets and you're taking your fleet and moving in. This is a fantastic experience, and if you haven't tried it, go to Miniature Market and pick this up. Space Infantry is a great game. At number 7 is an old favorite of mine, and that is Full Thrust. There's not too many games like it. One of the things that I think killed it from the beginning was the Phalons. That's a whole different subject. But I really think that this is one of the unique games that you're going to find out there, because Full Thrust has beautiful ships, fantastic rules. They redid it. You can get this. Go to the website, check out Full Thrust. You are not going to be disappointed if you check out this Armada space combat with fighters that are absolutely beautiful. This has everything that you could possibly want. Now, talking about space combat, if you're just looking to go out and have a squadron of ships, there is no better game than Silent Death. Silent Death is an all-time old school favorite of mine that I absolutely adore and find absolutely fascinating. You cannot go wrong with this game. It is a fantastic, wonderful experience, and it's something that you can still find out on eBay, reasonably priced. You can still get the ships all over the place. There's a couple of websites out there. We're going to be talking more about Silent Death and getting it to the table and showing you what it's all about. You won't be disappointed on that. At number 5 is a game that I've discovered in the last year, and it is High Frontier. Now, this is a game that is not for the weak of heart, but if you have the desire and the will and the heart to just see it all the way through and keep plugging at it, this game is very rewarding. It's very, very complicated. It was made by a rocket scientist, but it, as complicated it is as rewarding as it is. It is a tremendous experience where you really get to feel that just trying to get to the moon is an accomplishment. And then the outer reaches of space, this game is smart, it is intelligent, and it says a lot of things. It is a game that has a extreme strong cult following. I highly suggest it. I don't think anyone would be disappointed in it, but you got to put in the work to get out the experience of this fantastic game. At number 4, GMT, even my dogs think so, is a fantastic company. And some of my favorite space games come from this fantastic, amazing company. At number 4 is Talon. With all the experience, all the different expansions, and all the things that this phenomenal game does, it is absolutely fantastic, beautiful, well produced, and just a gorgeous, gorgeous. Talon is so fantastic and so smart. How you use your engines, how you use your energy, how you generate and power up your weapons. Just a great, great game. At number 3 is a game that I know this designer is very, very famous and has done a lot of fantastic war games. I believe it's John Butterfield. But Space Corp is fantastic. The 3 different ages, how you get your corporation going, and how you grind through as well, exploring, trying to get the places first, being the person that is going to be able to expand your influence over the universe as quick as possible in order to make money. Isn't it everything always about money? But this is just a tremendously smart game with a fantastic sci-fi feel to it. And it just, the way it flows, once you get down the first age, then you move to the second age, that adds more things and more flow, and then the third age is just all out and just really brings such a unique and beautiful experience. I can't wait for the expansion. I think the expansion is even going to make this even better, and if that happens, it might even move up higher on the list, which it's already as high as, you know, as you can imagine as it is, because at number 2, I don't imagine anything knocking these 2 out of their place for quite some time. And that number 2 is Space Empires. Space Empires is, I think it's in its like 4th printing. It is probably one of the best space games I've played, because it looks like it's this complicated thing where you're going to have a degree in math, but when you are going through spending your credits and getting things ready and doing certain things, the process in which you do it, and if you look at the sheet, you're like, oh my god, this is going to be so complicated, and yet it's so easy, and the game flows so beautifully that even on a solo basis, that when you're playing this game, and let me tell you, solo is the way I play, with all those face down chits. You don't know what you're running into. You don't know what you're going to get hammered by on the other side of the universe, and all the things that could possibly go wrong. This game just plays beautifully and is just fantastic and is glorious. Space Empires is one of my all-time favorite space games, and I remember playing it at the Dice Tower in 2014 or 15, I think it was. They had a little small table there, and they said, you got to try this out. And ever since then, I have been hooked by this game. This game will forever and ever sit in my collection. It's one of my top games of all time. How could I ever not put it in this list? Space Empires, a tremendous, wonderful experience that if you don't have it, you're missing out. Go get this game. At number 1 is a game that I really think is probably one of the greatest sandbox games of all time. And ever since, when sometimes expansions don't make games, okay? Sometimes they either change things when you should just leave things alone. Sometimes they add content, which is always helpful because it takes a game and brings a little bit life to it. But when an expansion comes and makes it so friendly and does so many wonderful things, that Zaya, Legends of the Drift, is just one of the most greatest games ever made. For a soloist who wants to have that 4X experience, this is the ultimate. It is a sandbox. The game is never the same. You can do different things. You've got people chasing you. You're trying to be smart and get the resources that you want. And it's an experience that when played, and I highly suggest that you go check out Ricky Royal's playthrough. I know he's playing the game, he's taping it as of this recording. That I'm sure it's going to be magnificent, and it's going to be as good as, that right there, Mage Knight, that he's done some time ago. If anybody is going to make you want to go out and get this fantastic experience, it's him. I've done a video on it. There's a lot of great videos on this game, and you can get the feel of what this game. This is a game that is fantastic with 4 players as much as it is with 1 player, and you don't miss out the quality, the components, everything all mixed in one. That this is an experience that you will just relish, and it's something you talk about and sticks with you after you play that game. And I think it's one of those amazing things that you can never ever go wrong with, and I highly suggest it. So, do you agree with my list? Do you disagree with my list? Well, that's why we do these lists and we rank things. There may be something I missed. Maybe there's something that you really feel passionate about. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm always interested in reading and learning and figuring out things. I'm not the smartest guy in board gaming, but I do have the most fun, and that is for sure. So until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We will see you soon. Love you all.